Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another Explorer video here with me, Arno Schmidt. We are championing today the Champions deck out of Japan. The Japanese Regional Championship has just occurred, and Junt Transmogrify took it all down against standard blue-white control, which I might do a video as well on in the future. And yeah, surprisingly, I would say, because looking at the deck list, I don't see any major improvements and that the archetype has received lately. Although we see some new cards in here. We see Torch the Tower, fairly recent option. Certainly a card that is nice with the Scry, where you have lots of things you can sacrifice to it. Yeah, and then we also have Bitter Triumph. Just, yeah, not a removal spell, kills anything. Also a bit surprised to see it. I guess if you get Atraxa going, at that point you have, your hand is full, you can easily discard something. But yeah, paying 3 life, I mean, Infernal Grasp, not the best. I guess what it fulfills is the Shieldred's Edict slot, sort of having a main deck answer to any type of Planeswalker is... You know, that's, I think, what it is there for. Because, again, with Atraxa, you see a lot of cards, you dig deep into your deck, then one-offs become stronger. Yeah, and then the other innovation the deck has is the Karn. 2 Karns is something very unusual. But yeah, I mean, I think, again, the thought behind it is that Atraxa means you want to play some one-offs, in this case 2-offs, that you can find in a longer game, right? And then all of a sudden you have access to a toolbox of things with these 2 cards that you hopefully find with Atraxa that give you access to, you know, a Tormod's Crypt for the graveyard, a Needle to get rid of a Planeswalker or what have you, which is often Damping Sphere for the combo decks, Stonebrain for the combo decks, and then also down here, a rather cute card, Twinshot Sniper. Usually we only see that in Karuga Fires, if we even see it there. But yeah, an artifact creature, it can be a 2-mana removal or a 4-mana 2/3 reach guy that also kills something. So yeah, that's, I think, the idea behind that. And then because you see so many cards, the Karn can actually do a lot in finding you those one-offs and then win you some convoluted games where, I don't know, maybe you are in a bit of a stall or something, because like after all, if this deck loses its Atraxa, there's not that much going on here. Like if your opponent just has a Supreme Verdict or, I don't know, a Heartless Act to kill the Atraxa, you sort of have to gobble a little bit with tokens and stuff and do it that way, maybe a Jegantha, and then Karn gives you some more oomph, some more power plays that can, you know, swing a game in your favor. And yeah, I mean, pretty simple stuff. We have lots of removal. We have Thoughtseize and Duress as cards disruption. We have Briefcase, Careful Cultivation as ramp. Then Chariot, of course. Fable can't not be in here. And then Transmogrify for the Atraxa. A card that I'm missing a little bit is a Crone War. That used to be a pretty good one in this type of deck. We have Mirax and Mutavault in the mana base. Mana Confluence, interestingly enough. And only 1 Boseiju as a utility land. The champion here of the Japanese Regional Championship certainly took good care of its mana base. Lots of duels, not even a single basic land. Just pure disrespect to Field of Ruin. Again, it's a closed decklist format, I believe. So, you know, no wonder, I guess, that he's... Because, like, if your opponent knows... They see it on the deck list that you don't have basics. They might aggressively Field of Ruin you if they're playing blue-white control, which is kind of like the only deck that plays Field of Ruin these days. I guess Dimir as well, blue-white and Dimir. Then it's more risky, but in a closed deck list format where they don't know, it's less risky. Sideboard, we're looking at, of course, the artifact package I mentioned. Then we have Go Blank, respecting various graveyard strategies, especially, I guess, Greasefang. And I mean, yeah, this is a deck ported from Pioneer, and Go Blank is one of the best answers to Phoenix, which isn't really a deck in Explorer. So this is sort of a slot that you could, utilize otherwise. I think Go Black, not a bad card. It's flexible. I mean, you can bring it against Demir Control, for example, against Blue-White Control. That is where it really shines as a flexible card when you have a bunch of dead removal spells that you want to get out of your deck. Then Go Blank can come in as that sort of mind rot that maybe exiles a Memory Deluge or a Cling to Dust, something like that. Yeah, I can see it. And then 2 more Duress, of course. And the 4 slots down here, the free sweepers and the Rending Volley, I had to improvise a little bit because they were free Radiant Flames and 1 Void Veneer. All cards not legal in Explorer. So I replaced the Radiant Flames with a couple sweeper options that I think are good. Noteworthy is Cinderclasm. Cinderclasm is a 2-mana sweeper, which can be really important against Boros Convoke, where you want to get that 2-mana sweeper to stop them from, getting a Venerated Loxodon maybe going. And also, I found it pretty good against humans in testing in the past, where they go 1-drop, like 2-1, and then 2-mana Talia. And then if you have something like a Radiant Flames or an Anger of the Gods, it costs you 4 mana already, which means you fall super far behind. But with Cinderclasm against like that 2-1 into Talia start, you can on turn 3 then wipe away everything, which is really important. And it's an instant, so if they play Talia's Lieutenant with the trigger of putting the counters on everything, you can just Cinderclasm and boom, they're really blown out by that. So yeah, I found Cinderclasm pretty good against humans, but of course it costs double red to kick, so that might not be super easy in this more like black-based deck. So yeah, just 1 copy of Cinderclasm. Hidetsugu Consumes All. You're, very good against Convoke as well, and pretty nice against Vicious Oven and Friends. Then 1 copy of Extinction Event. I mean, all the tokens in the deck are even, so that works very nicely against Mono Green Devotion. Atraxa is not, but maybe you can set it up in a way. Yeah, just flexible sweeper. You can also bring in against humans, of course, and Convoke. And then I added 1 Rending Volley. I like when I last time played this deck, I think on the channel, I probably had like 3 copies of Rending Volley. Rending Volley, just phenomenal card in the metagame. Just, yeah, I'm surprised to see 0, because again, this is the Void Veneer slot, which is sort of like an anti-combo giant 9-mana Eldrazi that you can bring in against like Lotus Field and Discover decks, I guess. And yeah, so we don't have that unfortunately here. So Rending Volley will hopefully do, and against the combo decks with the Karn and Stonebrain and the discard, we are hopefully good enough suited for those. All right, guys, this is the Japanese Regional Championship winning deck list. Let's try it out in Explorer. Rumi is our opponent, and we're looking at a pretty removal-heavy hand here. Yeah, I think it's okay. I have the Companion. At least that's something, I can proactively do here. We have the Transmogrify, so we're just looking for, an aura. Sorry, not an aura. A token is what I meant. Okay, Shieldred we could deal with the Bitter Triumph. Fatal Push disrupts our Transmogrify. So I could, take that. Or I just take the Bone Crusher because I really don't have a great answer for it right now. I think I'm going to go with that plan. Playing against Rakdos mid-range. Oh, another Thoughtseize. Yeah, I guess. Why not? Maybe I should have played the Mana Confluence there. To keep up the Torch the Tower in case they go like a Blood type Harvester. I don't know. I mean, Shieldred I have an answer for, but I have a Takenuma as well down the line. Fatal Push. It's turn 4 is quite a while. I feel like I'm better off just playing sort of a control role here than trying to, take the Fatal Push and get my own stuff going. Think I use the Mana Confluence here, then play this tap next turn. That saves me 1 life, essentially. I could play this untapped, but I think that's just Thoughtseize. Alright. Well, now you know what's up. I mean, there really is only one deck that goes like Blooming Marsh, Mana Confluence, and has Jegantha in the exile, so... Alright, took the Jegantha, makes sense. Now they will likely play around my Transmogrify until the end of time. Alright, we haven't drawn anything. I guess I won't play another land because... I want to have something to discard for the Triumph, maybe? Okay, they have stopped drawing lands. What do I do here? Do I just cast? Just pay 3 life, maybe? It's like what I'm realizing is that the Mana Confluence is kind of smart in that you can pretty easily hardcast Atraxa here. Alright, glad I capped the card because yeah, we also have Fable in our deck. So there's actually pretty nice utility in having cards. Yeah. To discard and draw. Ooh, I like that. I think I'm just gonna ditch the. I could ditch the Transmogrify and just go like this value game. Because they're always gonna respect the Transmogrify, which makes it kind of difficult for them to, you know, play a game. So I think I could also just discard the land. Keep the torch. Okay, I'll do that. Alright. Let's attack. They let me attack. Okay. Do I want to do something? Do I want to just kill the Harvester here? Yeah, I think so. And I think I'm also going to scry. Just get rid of my treasure. Definitely don't need that. Good scry, good scry. Now the question is, do I play my land? Giving away what I have. Not losing a life, most importantly. Yeah, I think it's okay to play it. With the Mana Confluence, I almost wonder if you are fine playing like more Atraxas. You do have Briefcase, which also makes any color. The Goblin Shaman makes treasures. Jegantha casts Atraxa in itself. And the deck has various ramp with Cultivator, the Careful Cultivation thingy. Another Chariot. Okay, I mean, in that case, I'm just gonna crew. Like, Chariot is such a beast against Rakdos. And I have to Transmogrify, so they have to play super afraid. I honestly don't know, like, how they get out of this situation. Should I kill the Chariot here, keep up probably another Bone Crusher or another Fatal Push? That's what I would guess here. But yeah, in the meantime, I'll be just assembling a 2-2 army, and they always have to keep up 1 removal for the Transmogrify, so this is just really difficult spot for them. They need a main deck sweeper to win this game. There's nothing else they can do, really, I think. Can end of turn kill a goblin here or whatever. Yeah. I don't know how they get out of this. 12 life. If they tap out for something, I have to Transmogrify. Shark, okay. Maybe a Bone Crusher, kill my goblin, play it. We'll see, we'll see. Nothing. Interesting. Think I might just attack with the small creatures. Let it go for the road. And why did you shock yourself? That's super weird. Right. Maybe a Colorance command? I'm gonna keep the land in case it's a Colorance command. Oh, nothing. Okay. Yeah. Tough situation. So, Duress, not the biggest fan. And then the rest of my deck looks pretty fine. I think I'll just bring in Go Blank or Extinction Event. Just, I mean, do I actually? I do have a decent amount of removal already. Like, the only way I think I can lose is to a shield with surviving, pretty much. It's a quick way to lose. So yeah, I'm just gonna... Could also play Duress. I mean, it's fine. Take away like a Fable or a Courier command. Or maybe even Hidetsugu Consumes All. They might even bring that in. If they have it. I don't mind this hand. Perfect. Thoughtseize. Okay, nice curve here. Oh no, no third land though. No third land. What do I take? I really don't want them to play a Fable on turn 3. I think if I take like Harvester, they can play Bankbuster. This hand is pretty resilient against Thoughtseize, all things considered. I think I'm just going to take the Fable nonetheless. It's just the most snowbally powerful play. I can't take... Like, if they only had one 2-drop, I might have taken a 2-drop. Yeah. Fable's just outrageously good. Okay, they missed their two... No, they didn't. Well, I'm very glad. Because imagine that they had Fable here. Like, this would be a rough game to play. This is already a bit rough, honestly. There's the 2-drop. Bit late to the party. Bit late. A bit late, yeah. I might just die. I might just die this game. Oh, they offered a trade. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, definitely gonna take that trade because I need to preserve my life total here. Blood dive. Interesting. Why wouldn't they play Bankbuster first? Okay, that was nice. Fimage ditch the Atraxa here and the Karplusan Forest, maybe. Could keep the Atraxa around, but nah, I think this is good. Okay. Okay. I guess I just torch the Harvester and then pass. Not great. Because they can just keep up their braid and disrupt my Transmogrify at this point. Maybe I meant to return Jegantha to my hand there. Huh. Yeah, actually, like maybe that's just better than making a 1-1 here, because then I can just slam Jegantha next turn and that would block the Trespasser, the Bankbuster, I mean everything. Okay. Not bad. Yeah, I feel like I made a mistake there, because the 1-1 really doesn't do me shit. Okay, that helps. That does help. Let the Werewolf flip. I feel like I messed that up. Yeah. Turn 4, just return Jegantha, kill the guy. That would have been the play. Yep. Sure. Okay. Now there's less pressure. Good turn to deploy Jegantha. And, I mean, if they don't have an answer, I can just Transmogrify my Jegantha. Okay. Guess I will just attack. Why not? 1 damage. Not looking to block, keeping this in hand, because, I don't know, Liliana of the Veil, Colorance Command, you know. There are reasons. When you Transmogrify and then get Atraxa, you do want to have lands in play, of course. That's unfortunate. Very timely Thoughtseize there. Now I'm kind of reminiscent of that Atraxa I put in the graveyard, but I feel like at that moment it was correct to do so. But yeah, doesn't look great here. Alright, how do I play this? Do I just attack with everything? 8 damage, they probably kill my Mutavault, and then at 6 they go to 10. I feel like I don't have much else to do. If I just stay back for Jegantha, they're gonna drown me in card advantage. Between all the bloods, they're just gonna convert, you know, gonna have all spells, and then I'm gonna lose that way, so I think I have to be a bit aggressive here. It looks like they're not even abrading. No, they will. If they ever go for the throat, I'm so dead. Oh, they have Bone Crusher Giant. That's pretty good too. That kind of shuts me down. I was relying on the Jegantha. Alright, likely going to the next game very soon. Yeah, I mean, Chariot is important. Chariot is important, and Fables are. Did have a Fable, didn't have a Chariot. And it did have a lot of lands this game. Yeah. Opponent just more resources. Bankbuster. Pretty straightforward stuff. The 1/1 was kind of bad, honestly. Like, yeah. Sort of felt like a mulligan this game. Just another mana source, essentially. I'm gonna try to double block. Although at that point I'm very hopeless against. Double block and draw Chariot is the plan here. Or Karn. Or Fable. Now I can't draw Transmogrify anymore. Sort of like taking that out of the way, but I don't know how good Transmogrify is anyways here. They have a bunch of blood tokens, and Rakdos plays the most instant speed removal, you know, that you could play in the format. So, well, alright. First step. Alright. I keep the land in hand in case I draw a Fable off the top. Oh, they have a Bone Crusher? No, Fatal Push. Okay. And then they're gonna castle me. Pretty good turn. Yeah. Bread and butter Rakdos midrange. Just never running out of cards. Do I block the land? I don't think so. I think one of my outs is like Fable here or something like that, so I can crew instantly and get busy. Ah, god, that card is so bad. Ugh. I mean, if I equip here, they're gonna hit me with this twice. I mean, yeah, whatever. Oh, that cultivation card is terrible. I mean, it's exactly good on turn 2, pretty much, and after that, it's a cheap thing you can Transmogrify, I guess. If it's like turn 6, you draw this and have Transmogrify already in your hand, you can boom do it. Yeah. Maybe it's a necessary evil, but certainly a card that I just absolutely, like, 2 mana 1/1. Only good for mana. Just so bad. Okay. Well, that's enough, I guess. That's enough to live for now. Maybe not. They know about my card as well. Alright, good. You got me. Rakdos midrange. The mana base of that deck is just so good. Castle Lock, drawing cards, Manland, Soken-san. It's really something that this deck is lacking. I mean, we only have 3 utility lands. While Rakdos plays like, what, 9 or whatever? An absurd amount of lands that do something. Yeah, nothing really I can do here. I wish I could cut this. I could play something like Duress or Go Blank, I guess. Maybe I'll play 1 Go Blank. I don't know. Tough choice. But like... the Crone War is a really good card against Rakdos. And this list of John Transmogrify doesn't play a Crone War. I used to say this matchup is really good. Now I'm not so sure anymore. If they Thoughtseize my cultivation here, this hand becomes very bad. If they have any type of removal for the cultivation, I'm in trouble. I don't even have black. I'm gonna try it because I really don't like mulliganing against Rakdos midrange. Especially when I want to play. Oh wow, yeah, okay, well we got a turn free kill. I mean this was the potential this hand had. And that's the strength of the cultivator, I mean. That really is obscene. I have to discard a little bit. I think I'm just gonna take the Murex. So this is 5 cards. So I have to discard twice. Maybe I don't take the Thoughtseize. And then maybe discard the Torch. Keep the Go for the Throat. Honestly, maybe I just do it like this. Don't discard anything. Leave the cards in my deck. Well, that was pretty good. Turn 3 Atraxa. Yeah, I mean, you don't get that elsewhere. That's really only this way, right? You can, in Pioneer, you can Neoform on turn 3. But that's very difficult to do as well. But yeah, I mean, if they have a removal for the Atraxa... Okay, they don't. Well, that's a problem for them. If they would have had that, you know, could have played this game a little bit more, for sure. Let's start by Thoughtseizing. Taking that Shieldred. And then Torch on one of these guys. And attack for 7, and then I guess just play a Briefcase. Don't really see a need to kill this right now. I mean, if they draw exactly a Braid, they would have the ability to kill my Atraxa, but you know what? I have a second one coming, so yeah, opponent just giving up. Alrighty, victory. Nice. Alright, a Jegantha mirror match situation. Okay, we have a turn 3. Yeah, I mean, that's what you play it for, I guess. I was bashing the card a little bit. The high roller card. I mean, if you got a turn 2 and a Transmogrify right after, or I guess a Chariot, then you're golden. If you don't, not so much. Just a necessary evil to make the deck function. Oh, is it Boros Convoke? Well, Boros Convoke certainly a deck that does not like to see Atraxa early on. So, yeah. My opponent's likely not going to be happy. Warden of the Inner Sky. Do we have a Gleeful here? And then we have the 5-drop? That would be pretty amazing. Alright, it looks like we do not. Maybe we just have a Gleeful. It's like then they go Gleeful now, put 2 more counters, put 1 more counter on this. Yep, pretty good. And then Warden of Inner Sky. Yeah, it cannot attack next turn. It has to be tapped one more time. Then it's a pretty nasty threat. For 1 mana. Yeah, maybe I should give the deck another run. But talking about pretty nasty flyers, how about this one? Alright. Well, not much to pick here. So my mana base, I do want to have more black, I guess. So I'll just pick a black one. And then I could also pick the Mana Confluence actually, because I have the Atraxa in hand. Although I need white and blue, so I would need another way to make 5 color, which I do not have. Anyways, I'll just pick the Mana Confluence. Although, man, life total could be important, maybe not. What about these two guys here? So my opponent has 3 cards in hand, pretty soon empty-handed. Huh. I mean, I already have the. Yeah, I guess it's answered because I have Atraxa in hand. So my Transmogrify actually doesn't do anything. Yeah, this deck could also play something like Prophecy, I guess, Fire Prophecy, or you know the new option Volcanic Spite, of course. To put this to the bottom. But yeah, I guess because you have Jegantha and various amounts of like Mutavault and Treasure Makers, you're fine. Just, you know, playing it. You know, not having these put them back into library effects. This Convoke deck is super good. Like, look at this. What a board. This is turn 3. It's just insane. It's turn 3. Seriously. Seriously! Let's attack. Mana efficiency for a Chariot here. Or Thoughtseize. Think I'm really just worried about Giant Killer, so I'm gonna Thoughtseize. Okay, wow. Now I am a bit surprised because you've shown me. You just found this and like that, right? Why didn't you go for a turn 2 Loxodon in his hand? Like that seems to be a misplay, right? They rather went to do this instead of going for turn 2 Loxodon? Am I stupid? I don't think I'm stupid. I'm just like, how can you do that? I would love to hear an explanation for that. Why you wouldn't go for a Loxodon turn 2. Anyways, I mean, this hand is pretty repetitive. Maybe just take the Warden? The Knight Errant, I mean? Sorry, not the Warden. Like, taking a Loxodon doesn't feel right. Do I return Jegantha and play Jegantha next turn? Do I just make this? Opponent's gonna make a big army. I'll attack again. I gain 7 life every turn. I think I just do that. Okay, I can play both Loxodons now. Maybe I should have taken the 1-drop. Nah, I mean, I would have been still able to play both Loxodons. Both Loxodons is a lot of power. That's so much power, I'm getting a little scared that I might die. I mean, they could also make this flyer big enough to block my Atraxa, I'm just realizing. I can turn the flyer into something else with the Transmogrify. Yeah. Like going turn 2 Loxodon even puts a counter on this. So improves, you know, the leveling to 3 counters there. This is wild, man. This Convoke deck can do some damage. How much power is this? This turn 4. Well, go for the throat. Now I wish I could have gone for cultivation last turn. Oh well. Play Jegantha? Yeah. I'm at 32. Yeah, I mean, turn 3 Atraxa is pretty strong. Can't deny that. But if I didn't have turn 3 Atraxa this game, yeah, it wouldn't have gone so well. It would not have gone so well for me. Warden. Take 7. Could try to kill my opponent by going try to kill both flyers. It only doesn't work if they hit another Ornithopter, pretty much. But on the other hand, I'm also thinking that it's unnecessarily risky. Although I guess if they do find an answer to my 7/7, I'm in a world of hurt. So maybe I should just risk it. Just if they hit Ornithopter, it's kind of rough, but it's not like game-losingly bad. Alright, let's do it. Oh, go for the throat. Yeah, I have to do it on the Ornithopter. Alright, it's a 12/12. But that is okay with me. 1 mana? You have a 1 mana spell here? You can draw into? And for good measures, why not make a monk? Alrighty, okay. Good. Good old 10/10. Alrighty, Duress, no thank you. I think Karn is a bit too slow here. Hidetsugu, Cinderclasm, Rending Volley, Extinction Event. And then the Reckoner Bankbuster can pretty much go. Yeah, I think this is what I would do. Keep the speed, Briefcase, Careful Cultivation, Transmogrify. Chariot, not the best. Fable, not the best. You just want to have interaction for them, pretty much. You want to draw any sweeper. Thoughtseize helps. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna draw now. If I don't have a fast Atraxa, I'm gonna mulligan. Or, let's say, either fast Atraxa or sweepers. That's what I'm looking for. If my hand doesn't have any of that, likely have to ship it. You can't do with mediocre hands. Not against Convoke. Deck is too fast, too punishing. You have to have a fast hand. Opponent mulligans. Yes, 5 lands is many, but I think this is sort of what I'm looking for. Cinderclasm should do some work. Thoughtseize will do some work. They're already on a mulligan. I have Jegantha. You know, I think this is okay. Opponent goes to 5. Well, even better. I mean, yeah. Having interaction against a 5-card hand with Cinderclasm here being, you know, a phenomenal card against Convoke. That is likely good enough, I hope. We'll see. I mean, they could literally Nah, I feel like with the Thoughtseize, it's gonna be really difficult to turn 2 locks on me. Like, through a Thoughtseize, that's gonna be almost impossible. Not impossible, but, you know, very unlikely. Epicure, that's a good start. So now they need, like, land, Gleeful, Loxodon. But yeah, I do have Thoughtseize, so... Talia, a Knight Errant. It's gonna be the Knight Errant here. But I guess I could have taken the Talia there and then Thoughtseize the next... Then Thoughtseize the Knight Errant. Yeah. Now I go already to 12, which is super low. Okay. Down to 9. Opponent 0 cards in hand. Fable. Maybe I should have actually... Yeah, that was a mistake. I believe. I should have killed the stuff before they were able to draw land and then have a 5-drop they can convoke into. Yeah, that was... I don't know. I was thinking, okay, if they have end of turn Resolute Reinforcements, sure, waiting until that is good, but then I should do it in the upkeep if they don't have the Resolute Reinforcements. I could also return Jegantha there. Maybe I didn't even really think about that. Just played my stuff. Talia, okay. It's like Jegantha is such a nice blocker. Oh, it cost me 6? Okay, fine. I don't want to sack my Briefcase. I'm just going to have a double block at the ready here for the Talia. Looks like they're taking it. You want to trade for my Mutavault? Really? Okay. Happy about that. Sure. Now I can play the big Jegantha. I think I just shock myself, go to 6. I could probably attack, but nah, just chill. Could be a free damage because they won't block, you know, and likely I won't ever need to block this turn, so, but like the 1 free damage, whatever. I'm gonna win with Atraxa down the line. They drew double on it up there. It's kind of funny. Ooh, my Jegantha pops the Briefcase in itself. That's pretty dope. Yeah, I mean, this game's over. Convoke needs resources. I mean, I guess I Thoughtseize first. In case they have some sort of disruption. They have a Recruiter. Probably could have done a better job at tapping there, but yeah, opponent has gotten the gist of seeing the ending there. Diamond, a bit late in the month. Yeah, nonetheless. Okay, Dark Paulo is our opponent's name. This hand is weird. Definitely not a great one. It does have mana, it does have a 2-drop, it's a pretty slow one. It does have the combo card, but it doesn't have any enabling. Boy, this is a tough hand. I don't know. In the dark, against someone without any companion. I mean, I play against mono green, I play against... I feel like on the play, it's defensible to keep this. But I feel like on the draw, you just... Pioneer is a fast format these days, so you just have to have something, you know? Alright, I have a Fatal Push. I feel a bit more comfortable now. And lots of black-red duels. Do I keep the Mana Confluence around? Not the biggest fan. Nah, I think I'll bottom it. I need one green source. I got that, so... Spirits! Oh, yo. Okay. Rattle chains. Should I just move instantly and kill this thing over there? No, I should be a bit more patient. I think I'll be more patient because of Curious Obsession. And that's also a reason, I guess, but... they will always be able to protect this thing anyway, so there's no reason for me to... yeah. Like, wait or whatever. Interesting. Now I have a choice to make. I'm probably best to just kill this thing. And at this point I'm not gonna play like patient and wait for a potential obsession, because if they go land obsession and then have any counterspell or rattle chains, I'm gonna be in a world of hurt. Okay. Interesting. Guess I'd rather go with the cultivation. Also keeping up all the mana could be nice in the way of, you know, threatening something. Maybe make them think twice if they want to deploy an obsession. They do have obsession, yeah. I hate that card so much. Especially when I don't have removal left on my hand. It just puts the spirit player in such a comfortable position. They draw 2 cards per turn. That's... You cannot lose from that. With a bunch of counterspells in hand. Like, ugh. It's the most painful way to play. And now they can make this in a flyer very quickly. They can already make this in a flyer, so like a Chariot doesn't even do the trick anymore. Yeah, Spirit's not the matchup you want to face with this deck. Karn can find me Needle, I guess. Needle can name the Spirit so it doesn't fly any longer. Agonizing. I'm in agonizing pain right now against the Spirit. I'm just gonna make it in a big flyer, and then they have 1 rattle chain, so even if I draw a removal, I just know how to win this game. 3 cards in hand, draw 2 more next turn, 5 cards available. Yep. That's it. Maybe I draw Transmogrify, they have 0 counterspell, and I have an Atraxa resolving. Spirit's deck is such a cheeky deck. Such a cheeky deck. Bitter Triumph, that's something, I guess. I would be very surprised if they give me a window here to kill the guy. But they might. Wow, they're giving me a window. Yeah, okay, maybe playing the Briefcase. I should have thought about this a little bit more, because free life could be pretty important here. Is the Karn actually doing me anything here, though? It's gonna get me like a Twinshot Sniper. That which can kill a Brazen Borrower, potentially. Okay, fine. I wonder about the briefcase. Maybe I shouldn't have played that. Just return Jegantha. Ah, pain. So now it's a 2-turn clock. 5 and 5 instead of 4 and 4 equal 8. Okay, yep. No, I mean, I can't expect to win this game. I had 3 removal spells, but it's just... You would think that's like giving you a fighting chance, but no. Not even in the slightest. Alright, you got me. Opponent had a decent draw. Okay, Rending Volley, Sinnerclasm, Hidetsugu, and Duress, I guess. Karn, nope. Bankbuster, I think Bankbuster is okay on the play because it allows you to tap into that control plan a bit better. I guess Twinshot Sniper, if I'm taking out Karn, I think I do want to have the Sniper. I have a lot of cards now that I can play. I think I'm just going to kick out the Briefcase, maybe. Maybe I should kick out the Cultivation. Just become this red-black removal pile. Maybe kick out a Transmogrify. Play an Extinction Event as well. Just all removal. And then, you know, kill them with Chariot tokens or Fable. Yeah, I feel like that's better than trying to like ramp or whatever into your combo. Yeah, I think this is okay. Not great, but I feel like it is above that level where I mulligan the hand. Okay, I guess I'll play this on black, this on red, and then I have my green here. Looks like Rattle Chains. Or maybe just the 1/1 guy. What's it called? Selfless Sailor or something? Spectral Sailor, right. Welcome more 1-drops here. Oh, okay. I mean, but yeah, my Hidetsugu has to resolve at the end of it as well. Ooh. Oh, but I only have a single black. Because I played my pathway already on red, which may or may not have been a mistake. Oh gosh. Yeah. I'm at 16. Oh, that costs me. That play. Yeah, I could have just played a Karplusan Forest on turn 2 and sort of keep my options open. Damn it. I think I Thoughtseize, then Bankbuster, and then wipe the board on the next turn, hopefully. Ooh. Spell Pierce, Shacklegeist. Okay. Yeah, it's gotta be that, right? So, yeah. Okay, they make this a 2-power creature. I'll go low on life. But, oh, wow, they won't even. Okay. So they're respecting some sort of removal, I guess? I don't know. Okay, the fewer damage I take, the better for me. Shacklegeist, sure. Post-combat, missed the damage. Well, now you had 1 turn to draw a proper counterspell, I guess. If you did, it's gonna be very good for you. I guess there's no reason. Oh, come on, they did. Luck is not on my side, huh? Something. That was brutal, man. I could have played this differently. What I could have done is I could have not Thoughtseized, just passed the turn, and then like no, I think the way I played it was good. I mean, I gave them 1 turn to draw a counterspell. They did exactly that, but what are the odds? They're below, like they're very low, those odds, I would say. So no, I got a little unlucky. Maybe I should have blocked here. Down to 6. 2 removals in hand. Ooh. The reach option. The reach option. So if I give my creature reach, does that make sense? Then I have a 2/4. Okay, and then they don't really have attacks. They can make the Ascendant Spirit into a creature. They can tap my guy, attack with the Shacklegeist. I'm gonna try it. It also makes it so that it becomes a mana creature. It makes 2 green. So I can still play a removal and pay for the spell pierce. Yeah. All right. I go to 4. I have a reach creature. That's gonna be good. Maybe even more. This thing becomes a bit of a trouble though. Yikes. I could play a goblin. I could make this even bigger. No, it's bad against Shacklegeist. Well, I could make this bigger and kill the Shacklegeist. Then they can transform this into a 4/4, 5/5, but this is big enough to block it. Could also kill the Shacklegeist, play Fable, and then I have to chump block the Ascendant Spirit. Taking 3, go to 1, and then I have to hope to... Oh man, this is just all painful. This was just too much. Yeah, I think my best line is to hope to draw into Atraxa. Yeah. Almost roped out there. Plus. Oh, actually, I could have put this on the goblin. But this thing still becomes a 5/5. So I still would have to chump block. Alright, you rip the removal off the top, then you draw 2 more 2-drops. Then the Brazen Borrower to kill my last blocker. I mean, sorry, not the removal, the counter spell. It's already a terrible matchup for me, and my opponent just, yeah. Spirits doing Spirits things. Spirits is a good deck, but of course it has its very lopsided matchups, you know. Claim the first one and Mayhem Devils, say hello. Well, alright. That was Transmogrify, huh? Yeah, I mean, all things considered, it sort of delivered the way I would expect. It's good against, you know, the red-black decks in Explorer. It's good against Convoke, which is, you know, the new rising star, I feel like, in both Explorer and Pioneer. Yeah, being good against that deck is pretty awesome. And then, you know, the blue matchups like Blue-White Control, or is it Creativity, or whatever, you know, blue deck Spirits it may be, are still rough, you know, as it is for sort of like the slowish. I mean, this deck is not slow, but, you know, it tries to resolve a 4-drop to really get ahead in the game, and that obviously not good enough. There you rather, against those, like, especially against Spirits, you much rather be something like Rakdos Sacrifice that's super clean and cheap, has more interaction, lots of kill spells, Blood Type Harvester being, you know, also a kill spell that this deck doesn't have access to, and all these little things add up to, you know, yeah, just those matchups being better. But as these Chariots decks always do, they go a bit bigger against, like, the fair decks against the format, in the format, and therefore win against those and then lose against others. To be fair, so the finals of the Japanese Regional Championship was Blue-White Control against this deck, and the Blue-White didn't succeed. I don't know what exactly happened there, because, you know, I mean, maybe just not enough counter spells in the early game. If a Fable, a Chariot sticks, or a Bankbuster, it can get annoying, I guess. But yeah, the matchup doesn't look that bad for Blue-White Control, all things considered, and it used to be pretty good in the past. So maybe a bit of an outliner there. And of course, if you make it to the finals and win the entire event, you are a pretty good player, and that, of course, will help you winning any kind of matchup, right? Like, look, that game against Spirits, for example, I could have won that game if I had a little bit more luck and than I had. And, you know, you can, even the bad matchups, you certainly have game with a Thoughtseize and cheap removal type of deck. If your draw lines up and you have that Fable turn free, you can beat anybody, really. All right, that was Transmogrify. A bit of an update. I think this deck is kind of cute, kind of fun. Bit of an underrated deck as well. You can surprise people with it. They don't have much experience playing against it, I would say. That's certainly something that helped. I would think the champion. All right, that was Transmogrify, and hereby I say goodbye. See you in the next one. Take care.